friends, nerd stuff, and one mic. We are the Knights of the Kitchen Table.
Play.
Combo breaker. Alright, we got that going. You're
It's a
so
paraglider made of foam plant.
You know he does that in Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay, now it's quiet. Press play.
When you win. Huh?
Oh, what?
They're listening to nothing now.
Okay,
Oh, so
I got
just
it.
a regular
Wow.
podcast.
I got it.
They're listening
Don't
to
worry,
nothing.
I got it. It's live. We're good.
Está
Don't
vivo.
hear us yet.
Oh,
Actually, pass me my work jacket. I have a nip in there.
You have a nipple in there?
Arrive.
You just keep it in there?
My is that my work jacket?
It
I don't
is
know.
arrive. Arrive.
get your backpack out of the way. I don't know about the jacket. Who are you?
Who am I?
Why
I
is
don't
water
know.
wet? Why is the sky blue?
The sky's not blue. It shows, the reflections of your eyes.
Steve.
When
I
I
get
get
low,
low, when I get high, when I get so high.
Alright, we good?
Yeah.
You Gucci? Okay.
Y'all.
Yeah. And welcome everybody to the Knights of the Kitchen Table. We're here with some anime talk for our 10th episode. Because we're going to be talking about something no one really gives a damn about. So I am your host, the Nerdy Steve.
I am your co-host, the Nerdy Sparrow.
I am the Poppy Play.
I'm Jen.
It's me.
You just
I should
always
really
sound-
just change my
you're just
Twitter
like,
name.
I'm
to
Jen.
It's me, Jen.
No,
It's
just
a-
like,
it's
I'm
a
Jen.
me.
Period.
It's Jen.
Like, that's all, like all she ever says.
I'll
I'm
look
Jen.
I'll look into it.
See if you can change right now. And stream.
So much effort. I will
It-
try.
Well, now I have to change that. Like everything. Like,
It's fine. You've
Let me
changed
see.
it before for me.
There's a glass.
so, like anime talk.
It's between two play mats.
They're
What
trying
are-
to figure out how to drink.
How to drink.
Is that even like acceptable for like for Twitch?
Twitch does allow
Yes.
alcohol.
Okay.
But you can't just explicitly show what kind. That's why the face of this is the other way. So even though it is an adult beverage, they can't tell what adult beverage it is.
Okay. I just had to make sure because
It falls under Twitch terms of service.
I don't know their terms of service. I just said yes. I accept.
Here's our
To
resident.
everything.
Here's our resident.
So you
order.
don't read before hitting accept?
Do I read ever?
That's
Let's
true.
be honest. We play Magic. Do I read?
Yes,
I'm the
you
resident
read a lot.
chemist. The resident chemist.
I'll take the smaller. I'll take the bigger. I don't know.
I don't know which
There
one
you
is.
go.
I
I
can't
don't know
tell.
what they're doing anymore. But
Cheers
So-
to episode 10.
Salud.
like anime talk. Why anime? Who anime? Where
It's
anime?
actually pretty good.
Well, anime was actually started in the early 18th century.
Where at though?
Japan.
India. Incorrect.
No, Japan.
You're
actually-
shocked at what?
Wrong.
There's actually the
Wrong.
oldest anime is like what 100 something 200 years old.
I don't know. This.
It's a It's a samurai, a raccoon. and
Did
a
they even
rabbit.
have like TVs back then?
Well, manga, which is
Well,
all.
that's not anime. Two different things. Got 'em.
You know what I mean.
Ouch.
Japanimation.
You don't read anime
You just-
unless it's subbed.
You just history shark somebody?
History shock.
Japanimation. Japanimation.
It is pretty much what Japanese cartoons for those
Oh, yeah, no.
that don't
I'm
know.
only sure stands for animation, but
Which is
it's
great
the
animation.
shortening of it is to represent Japanese animation.
That's correct.
It's
That-
anime
that-
is specifically for Japanese animation. Though in the past decade or so, it has expanded to Asian animation because there has been some Chinese, Korean, and American-based animes, i.e.,
Well,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's not anime. That is
Teen
a
Titans.
cartoon, which is the best cartoon ever.
Teen Titans and Megas XL are all anime-inspired American cartoons,
yeah.
but they are covered by the anime because of the art style.
No. They're anime style cartoons. You said it yourself. They're cartoons.
Hey, look. We're not.
Anime only happens in the. It's the
Okay,
west
that's
or
the
east.
only way I can do it.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you for the sub love. That's a. Are you
I don't
actually
get-
changing it right now? You spent the whole time trying to change it.
It's underscore I'm underscore Jen.
Yes, that.
Yes?
Yeah,
That's
that's
my new
fine.
name.
Okay.
You don't have to
There
do
you
some
go.
work now to change that.
That-
Cool. It's got a bunch of underscores in it now.
That. What, like two?
Yes.
Because it can't be understated. How
I'm
important
underscore
it is.
underscore Jen.
Yes.
It's a new Twitter.
Heard.
So in today's podcast, we're actually going to be talking about our top 5 animes. Even though we can list 10, 20. I can only name 3 or 4 to be honest. But I had to deep down into my history. I'm like, what animes did I watch that I really enjoy? Because I don't spend a lot of time watching. I know you do. And you probably do like in your free time, or like at least I read the manga.
You should see my
I do
Crunchyroll
read the
queue.
mangas, yeah, for sure.
I have enough shit to watch for the rest of my life.
You do.
It just keeps growing.
That's a lot.
You
Though I've been watching Gonkatsu.
I used
The
to read it
Count of
more.
Monte Cristo.
You're very
Oh,
hard
yeah,
to
that
get
guy,
into
yeah.
anime.
I'm on
I
episode
used
3.
to read it more.
It's such a slow burn, but oh my
And
god, do I
then
love it.
I never really,
I haven't really been watching any of
I never really
the new
watched
animes.
anime.
She watched because of you, because she loves you.
Pretty much, I started watching anime because of him.
Because she loves
I only
you.
read it at that point. And
Yes,
then in
manga.
high school, what was the name of the website? In high school.
Naruto Wire.
No,
It
where
was something.
where
we
you used to watch
could
anime?
read.
Oh,
anime.
like
Oh,
read
really?
manga.
It was Manga Panda,
No,
There
it
There was
was
a
that
lot.
one.
There was a lot of
Manga Fox.
No,
Oh, there was
another
so
one.
many.
Kiss
there was
anime?
some.
Kiss
no,
it- no, not Kiss Anime.
No,
That's
because
a different
anime
one.
like
Another
like what's the one that I told you that
Yeah.
that like but that was like after high school.
There was one that we used to use in high school that that's where I would just binge read anime all night long.
Reading.
Yeah, I went to like 2 or 3 different sites. That's why, because certain sites wouldn't have one at a certain day that I wanted. So I
Yeah,
would opt to
and
do
also
so.
like
Ah.
that all
Hey,
came with,
money.
and like that all came with like kind of like more when we went to high school. It came more with the legal standing. It's like, oh, we don't want you like putting like our manga like up there like before we even get it like in the Shonen Jump.
But that was the only way to get it because
Yeah.
sometimes it was just impossible.
Yeah, but like that's how it was back then. Now I don't know how like if they really do much of that.
They've cracked
They
down
still-
a
they
lot
still
on
do
it.
that, yeah.
They
They
cracked
still do
down
that.
a lot on it though because they are so on the fucking ball about monetization.
And also like it's much more like popular nowadays than it was like 12 years ago.
When we were in high school,
Now it's just boomed.
That's true.
back in high school, you couldn't even walk into Newberry Comics, and now when you walk into Newberry Comics, you see
They
older
have
shit.
like a whole back freaking section.
like right next to the comics is like a small section for anime.
It's not small anymore.
It's not small. I know in Barnes and Nobles they have a huge
Yeah.
section now. Like it's
It's huge in Barnes and Noble.
like you can
Yeah,
get.
because like I remember like
I was
going
gonna
to
mention
freaking
one,
Barnes
I'm like,
Noble,
nope, I
it
shouldn't
wasn't
mention
that
that.
large.
The one I was about to mention is more adult oriented. It's still Barnes and Noble acceptable, but not that too acceptable. I feel comfortable mentioning it on Twitch terms of service.
Okay.
Heard.
Well,
All you need to know is about Monster Girls.
I remember back then, like for the Barnes Noble, there was only like two to three
You got like
bookshelves.
Naruto, Bleach.
No,
and-
no, like they had like
It's like
a
literally
good collection,
one
but they had
section.
like they had like 3 bookshelves, and that's it. Now
Yeah.
it's like an actual like full like
you
6,
have
7,
like, from
like,
A to Z.
A
you
to
get.
Z and plus.
That's where I've been
freaking
getting
numbers.
my Monster Hunter books that I gotta go back and look for chapters 8, 9, and 10 because reasons.
But with like anime talks, we have actually
Was it one
Oh.
manga?
was it I think it was
One manga, yeah, that sounds familiar.
That sounds very
I
familiar.
literally looked it up.
Said
so
Manga
I-
Fox, Manga Panda,
Manga Reader.
Manga
Series.
Reader.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I
There's,
think the one I used was one manga.
I use that one as well.
But like throughout the years, there has been like a couple that have like for like anime. It's not for manga, but finally has like really stuck with us. And here we are going to talk about like our top 5, and some we might have not heard before. Some it's like very like obvious for like a lot of us. But I know that there's gonna be like a couple that
Overlap.
will like maybe overlap with each other. So to start with like Esteban.
I've mentioned it a million times and you haven't watched it yet. He's watched it. Megalobox. Came back and
I haven't.
came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
It's a good one.
It is so good.
Like any
So,
details on it?
like long and short of it, because I was trying to summarize it in my head with as few words as possible. It's a boxing anime set in the future. It's as straightforward as I can
Okay.
get it. But it is so hype. The music is so well done. It uses a fusion of hip hop, R&B, like that style, and it uses the animation style of Cowboy Bebop, which is going to be later down on my list. So
Like the only like actual boxing anime that I watched was Hajime no Ippo, which that got me hyped as hell.
dude,
It was good.
It's like
But like
it's
it's like that. Okay.
Like, it doesn't go with the ridiculous, like, oh, I'm doing the Muhammad Shuffle, and it's like, no, it's not over-exaggerating it. It's like, it's over-exaggerated because they're using robotic enhancements to fight,
Okay.
But that's about it. They're not moving faster than the speed of light in their little minds. It's like they're still moving to a relative speed that people can follow.
See, but that also brings up like sports animes are actually really underrated as well.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't think that I would like.
I tried watching The Prince of Tennis. I got so bored.
That one's
I
boring.
I actually wanted to try it now.
And
I
it felt
don't-
so
I didn't
corny
like
and
it.
cheesy on top of it.
'Cause,
I
like,
was like, no.
It's on Hulu right now, and like I scroll by it, I'm like, it's a sport. Let me try it out. I'm like, not yet. Let me give it a try later. But yeah, like for like these sports anime, they're very like underrated for like certain ones. Looking for you, Johanny.
For me,
Yeah.
For me, I might have to hit him off with the classic right off the bat, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay, brother. Okay.
All right, so that's on my list.
Cool.
So like I already know like
Yeah. Cool.
We already know what it's about. It's about two brothers. They perform some forbidden alchemy. They pay the price.
What is alchemy, though?
What is the price?
Come on.
God damn it!
yo,
I really
man, you have to
realized
pay an arm and a leg to explain
they
this.
literally- Yes. I see what you did there. All right, but alchemy in their world is different than alchemy, like as a general, like.
Well, what is alchemy? The
So in
rule of
alchemy in the world,
equivalent
it's a law of equivalent exchange. You got to give something to get something. Try to bring back their mom. They end up sacrificing an arm and a leg and his brother's body.
Which the whole like, it like in the whole beginning, it takes you like for a whole loop. It's like,
So,
the hell just happened?
and for
Yeah.
those,
It's like you get like involved in it because of that.
And for those who don't know, there was two versions of Full Metal Alchemist that were animated.
Yeah, they were.
The original Full Metal Alchemist that came out at the height of its popularity, which did follow the story, like, because it followed to the T what the manga was
Yeah.
doing. It
But
was
then
like,
didn't they
they-
go further
they-
than the manga?
there was a point where it diverged because they caught up to the manga. Like, well, we got to keep going, keep the
Yeah.
popularity going. So they made their own split timeline, which in Full Metal Alchemist you can actually do. There's timeline shenanigans, but it's so little.
Isn't that like? I think that I saw part of it with like he's in like another like dimension or something like that.
That's like one of the movies. It's like the
like where he's in like our world.
yeah, and he can't do
And
alchemy.
he he is
Ouch, Celestial. Ouch.
yo welcome back Celestialite.
That's all right.
Silliest. No, but in
Quick thing, I just
Like,
love
was
that
that like
Harry
a,
has the sub thing on him now. It's so cute. I might have to re-gift him a sub.
but like they didn't. But like was that like in the movie though only?
That was in the movie.
Okay,
yeah.
in the movie. Okay.
Yeah, because
That was what that whole
I don't know
movie
where I
was about,
watched
yeah.
it, but I'm like,
to defeat
Something of Shambhala, I forget what it's called.
okay.
what a twist.
But like with like animes, like the very more like the ones that has more hype into it. You see more movies that are not canon for it. But people still go watch it, and it
Yeah.
actually gets you more hyped about that anime.
Yeah.
Jen,
Sorry, I was
First
putting,
one.
I was putting it up on Discord.
Which me and
Fruits
Johanny don't know.
Basket.
Fruits Basket?
It's so mushy gushy, but it was the
I
first.
still haven't watched
It is
it.
100% mushy
Oh
gushy.
yeah, but it was the first thing. Like it was the first manga that I ever fully read. I don't like the anime, but I binge read that manga. I borrowed it from somebody, and like every day she'd have to bring me like 2 new volumes so I could
Like the next
read
volume, yeah.
The
Wait,
next 2 because I
Oh,
would
next-
just
oh,
read
yeah.
them all.
but for the like anime like itself, was the
The anime is good, but because I've noticed that if I like it one way, I'm not gonna like it the other way because I'm biased. So I like it
What do you mean by
manga-wise
that?
because they in the anime it's not how I picture it in my head, like voice wise and people wise.
oh okay, so like you can't
could
put
do
like the
that
voice
with-
to page
I can
kind
do
of
it with like normal books to
like
TV
actual movies.
movies and TV, but I for some reason
Well, they
can't do it with
did do a
manga and anime.
redoing of it. They reanimated
Yeah, I
it.
haven't seen that yet. But pretty much, I don't know. It's like weird and mushy. It's got a love triangle.
All Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
They pretty much like.
I'm kidding.
I'm typing as quickly as I can.
I
Well,
can't read any of that. Oh, there we go.
You're good.
There's Perry.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Wait, so that was yours?
Oh, hi, Perry.
See, like
Yeah,
I've
mean,
never
you
actually.
don't really-
yeah, Phineas and
it's
Ferb.
like a love triangle and the Chinese zodiac and a homeless girl who like moves in with two cousins, rival cousins, and their creepy uncle.
Because
it's like,
incest is a real thing, especially if it's for money or power or position.
It's got some raunchy parts. It's got some parts with, you know, the feminine boy
Physique.
getting dressed up as a girl and everyone freaking out about it and like in love with them. And
What was the name of that anime?
it's just
Horror Host Club?
No, not Horror Host Club.
Black Butler.
Not Black Butler either.
That it's in there.
There's a
too.
third. It was on Crunchyroll. It was on the hey, check this out, and I really had nothing else to watch. The prison anime, Nambaku.
Oh, Prison School.
Prison, yeah.
Oh, Prison School. See, I haven't.
Was it Prison School? No, not Prison School. It was a different one.
The one where the two guys have to go to the all-girls school,
No,
but it's like
no.
No?
He's a prisoner. He's escaped from every prison except for this maximum security prison. And well, one of the wardens has a little brother that dresses like a lolly.
Oh,
I have no
okay.
idea.
I got you.
I'll look it up and I'll put it up somewhere.
Alright, yeah, like, that one I have heard, like, absolutely, like, ignorant about.
Steven.
So, I have to
Oh.
go with the popularity term.
Before I just
Wait.
realized we never mentioned this list is in no particular order.
Yeah, true. This list has no order. It's just, like, the first one that like, came to mind. They're all really...
I'm going in
Like,
chronological
our best.
reverse order until I remember. I don't remember anymore which one came out when.
Like, these will be, like, our top 5 favorites, not in any particular order. It's like, no, this is not my favorite. We don't know which one is the favorite one. But I have to go with the most, like, you know, popular one, and I'll give, like, a shout out to Johanny for this one, because he got, he told me about this when it was just only a manga when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, like, I'll check it out. 3 months, 3, 4, 5 freaking months later, like, oh, why does this sound so familiar? I'm like, why is this so hype? It's My Hero Academia.
It's good.
It is one of the most, like, popular right now, which is right now, like, competing with, like, Naruto.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's taking a top 3 slot.
Yeah.
Good.
Which I think it was,
Because
the-
Naruto fell out, it's Boruto.
the writer for,
Filler, the
I
anime.
think, if I got this right, it was the writer for One Piece, acknowledges, like, the writer for My Hero, where the one for My Hero is like, I do not compare to you. He's like, no,
You're good. You're
it's
good.
like, no, you're
Up here.
like in our league now, buddy. It's
Yeah.
like,
you're treading the
I
same
can't-
water.
So good.
It is. So
but like,
Deku's
My
such
Hero-
a soft
It's so
boy.
hype. It's so hype.
My Hero
then they
Academia
get a
has
movie out of
begun
nowhere.
so
Yeah,
freaking
that
hype for
movie
me.
was so high.
And to get a second movie because there's supposed to be a second movie.
The thing that pulled me in for Boku no Hero is when he goes to the test. So remember how whole thing happens. He meets All Might. All Might
Yeah.
explains to him that he didn't have a power. He got his power from someone else. So remember when he goes to the hero test and
Like the very first one,
and
where he's
all
like,
scared.
I got no points. I got no points.
I got no points.
Hero time.
And then,
Jump, dangly legs, smash, and then all broken arms.
and everyone's just like, holy shit. That was his power the whole time. He didn't do anything the whole time. And then all of a sudden, when it came time to save someone, he was ah.
Which helped him get into the. He
Yeah.
really had like the lowest points. He's like,
No, he had no points.
yeah.
He had no points whatsoever. Because
Yeah,
like
no
the
points,
thing
yeah.
that he defeated had
Was
like
worth no
cause
points.
like
Was
0.
worth no points,
Yeah.
But he only got points on the on the self-sacrifice
Mhm.
part of it. But like so for my list, like, you'll see a pattern going. I prefer a lot of the shonen animes where it's like the underdog story
Yeah.
going like
Oh,
like to the
You
best.
would love Megalobox because that is
No.
literally an
I
underdog.
have
That is
no,
the
no.
underdog
I get
story.
it. No, like that one, I do need to like get to. But like, for My Hero, I spent so many hours rewatching. I love My Hero so much, and it makes me cry a lot of times, so, which I'm pissed about.
That is true. It is a Kyoto animation anime.
Wait, what
The Boku no Hero.
is it? Like, it makes me cry so many times, and I'm so mad about it because like it gets you so hyped and it gets you in the moment. It's just.
And you get
And
such
season
feels,
4
you
in
get such
October.
feels.
Yeah.
It sucked me in.
And like, I want to read the manga so badly that I'm like, I need to
Don't
not.
do it. Don't do it.
Cause like then I'm gonna be able to put like the voice to the face, and then like when I actually hear like the actual voice actor for it, I'm like, like how you did. I'm like,
Do I watch it in English
Yeah.
primarily?
I watched it subbed first.
Okay.
I'm getting used to the dubbed version, just because I like the actors for the like for the dubbed.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair enough.
Because I think All Might is Piccolo slash like Vegeta.
Number one dad. By
Chris
the way,
Sabat?
number one dad.
I think
by the way.
so.
Because I know Vegeta's Chris Sabat.
He's also Piccolo.
Okay, whatever. I don't fucking.
That's why I'm like, okay, that's
I don't
news.
pay
All right,
that much attention.
number 2.
Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans.
Oh my god, that's so good.
See,
That's an
like,
underdog story
no,
too.
No, like for right
That's
now,
a hella underdog story.
I'm saying right now, I've only seen one mecha like anime. Period. I've only seen one.
And that's Gurren Lagann, and we don't count that.
That's still like a mecha anime.
It is a mecha anime
Sadly.
for sure.
But like, like all the Gundams, I don't know which one to start with. I don't
Just
know.
watch Iron Blooded Orphans. That's it. That's all you need to watch ever.
So you-
Period. Done. You're done.
They're all almost all of them are completely unrelated.
Yeah, they're all.
See, like-
you can watch one without.
I
ever
didn't know
watching-
that because there's like like Gundam like X-Wing, Gundam this. I'm like I don't know which one to start with. There's so many Gundams. They're all mechas. I don't know what to think. All right, so keep going.
That it's. So it is comparable to the original Gundams, like that were made, like the first like 3 and 4 in the series, where it was like the whole message was like war is bad, obviously,
Yeah.
but it can get to the point where like, you know how some countries have child soldiers. This kind
Yeah.
of focuses on that, like war is gonna get so bad again in the future. We're gonna have all this technology, but it's still just gonna be just as bad. We're gonna be so reliant on people having to fight that we're gonna have child soldiers. Like the most popular and best known one in the States was Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
It had a lot of, and I feel like
I heard about that one, but I never actually
I
watched it.
personally feel like Iron Blooded Orphans does what Wing does way better without being so soap opera-y.
Okay.
Because a lot of the Gundams are extremely soap operas. Are extreme
Yeah,
soap
yeah,
operas.
especially Gundam Wing.
And
And
that's
Gundam
probably why I
Unicorn?
never got into it because
Unicorn,
like I
yeah.
keep hearing there's
Like,
like it's just more.
They're space operas.
There's like lol,
Space
lol.
That's what they are. Space operas.
Drama.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back from the dead.
It's like
Can't,
he,
no.
it's
He
like,
had the deed.
No, I
Like-
can't.
Like there's one scene where the girl invites one of our protagonists to a party for her birthday,
Yeah.
and he slaps it out of her hand. And he was like, "I will kill you," and then just walks away. I'm like, "Okay, that wasn't fucking traumatic. You're just fucking teenagers in high school, but okay,
It's like
I get it. You're a child soldier."
I will kill you.
And she's like, "I want his babies."
What?
Of course, because she's a
What?
teenage girl.
Yeah. But I feel like Iron Blooded Orphans does that, but way better by a margin. Like
Mhm.
they are legitimate child soldiers. Like you have one that's completely desensitized to like killing someone. He has no issue pulling a gun on an adult and saying, "It's what we say or we do, or you are dead on the ground." And he's desensitized to that. He has no issue with. He has no qualms about killing anyone, and he is so straightforward and direct because doesn't have time. He's a child soldier. All he knows is do what you're told. And if you're doing something on your own, make sure it's worth your time. So he has no mixing of words, no wasting of time.
He'll probably watch it.
It's
good.
really good.
It's
You
good.
I definitely recommend
It's
it.
very good.
Any
I'll try
anime
it.
I list is going to be something I recommend watching at least once in your life.
And even if only for
As long
the
as it's
mecha
not, like-
battles, because
as
the
long-
mecha battles in that one are so good.
Oh my god,
Like,
so good.
As long as there's not like a lot of like lull between like
No.
I'm good because like I get very like spaced out when it's like very bad plotting or like a lot
No,
of
the
talking
plotting
for no
is
reason.
so well done. Even
It's so
Where
good.
like it's a whole episode of
It's-
just like talking.
it's a
Fillers.
mecha.
nothing.
It's a mecha anime with political drama, but the political drama is so well done because it's done in like quick bites.
Okay.
And then you see the how it's affecting everyone, and you're like, oh, okay. So we're not. The politics have their place, but it's more focusing on our characters and how they're affected by the war they're going through, the decisions they make, and how the politics are affecting them.
Like a good like example of like when I get like the political drama ish where like I literally just had to like stop watching Attack on Titan.
yeah, but
It was-
you gotta understand this.
No, but like the first season, hype as hell.
Yeah.
Try going like into like the second season, I'm like
I was-
lulled
I
into it.
I tried to warn everybody. I told this to you, Chris. And
Oh, no, you did.
Kevin,
And
that,
just,
like
like,
the
good.
whole point is like that first you go
Opening.
go watch the first season
The
of
opening
Attack on
act.
Titan, but read that whole thing on the manga and it's completely different. The whole manga is a political drama. The whole manga is a political drama. It's
See-
super slow like that.
And like a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, Attack Titan is so good." I'm like, but there's so much law of like unnecessary base. Seems like I get that you're trying to do this, but like I'm not trying to watch freaking Judge freaking Judy here.
Yeah, and it would you got to think about like if the anime was just the Titans fighting, would it really be a good anime?
Yes.
Probably.
No, it wouldn't.
Probably.
Because there'd be
I
no
made
story.
it through 2
Okay,
episodes.
the thing
I'm like, there'll be a lot of switching around. I feel like a lot of it will be epic animation.
People eating each
Well,
other.
that's why I loved.
It's like switching around.
That's why I loved
Mike
Iron.
did this one.
Well, that's why I loved Iron Blood Orphans. It balanced its drama and its mech battles so well. Like they both get equal time in the sun, and they both like when you see one, it's because of the other.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, they just got into this fight. Here's the politics of what occurred because of it, or what led to it, and then like, well, this just caused another fight. So they like vibe off each other, and it ends so perfectly as well. Like I was sad, but very happy. All right, Johanny, your next one.
Yeah.
Mine is this is a colorful pick because most people have never heard of this. So this one's called Zettai Karen Children: The Unlimited Hyobu Kyosuke.
That's like a mouthful and a half.
Well, so Zettai Karen Children is a manga.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it has an anime. It's about these 3 girls who are psychics, and they work together to
your
fight
whole choice is eliminated because it has to be an anime.
Well,
None of
this one
my-
is an anime. That's what I'm so.
Yeah.
So this
It was getting to it.
So in Zettai Karen Children, there's a guy who's always like, they know him as the strongest psychic there are. They call him Espers in the anime. He's the strongest psychic to ever live. He's 80 years old, but he looks like a young kid, and he has absurd psychic power. So that anime is about him and the organization that he runs. It basically tells a story about like how he tries to free Espers because in their thing, some Espers are imprisoned for having powers.
Yeah.
And they're like discriminated against for having psychic powers.
So X-Men.
Yeah, it's like X-Men. Everybody has not everybody has psychic powers, but those who do, especially if they're super powerful, they are usually locked up.
So you're either recruited by the government or you're enslaved.
Yeah, so it's a story about him. He's the most powerful psychic that's in the world. He's so powerful that he has to have a special pin that limits his powers. That because if he lets his powers loose, it just eats away at his body.
Oh, okay.
And it's about him rescuing other Espers. But the thing is, like, he's more like Deadpool in the idea that he's not like a goody two-shoes hero. He's like, he's willing to do whatever it takes to like save his people.
So like if there's like a bunch of people, he's like dead. Okay, come on, you're free.
Like for example, in the beginning, he purposely goes to the Esper prison.
Yeah.
To save Espers. So he goes in and they go, hey, Esper, don't try anything funny because we have this system that suppresses your powers. He's like, really? And he goes, and he like looks at the like a helicopter and goes, and then the helicopter breaks and then crashes and things. He's like, oh, it does.
I was like, I meant to completely destroy that, not just explode it. I meant to completely erase it from existence.
Like the hell just happened?
He's like
moving on. He's like moving on.
It's like, so I meant to explode that.
It's like, damn, it really does work.
It does work. You're right.
I meant to completely erase it from existence, not just blow it up.
It's good though.
That was a mouthful though, like of like an anime.
That is a lot of words.
But it's the unlimited Hyobu Kyosuke. It's very good.
That's
sounds really good.
Like that's a new one that like I might have to look up too.
It's hype. Just watching the first episode.
Just watch what I said.
I had one Mushy Gushy one. The rest of them are all really
violent.
Mine are all freaking shonen anime.
What is it? Elfin Lied, which is also good.
High School.
That is good.
High School of the Dead, which I fucking love. I hate fan
High School of the Fan Service.
I hate fan
that
service.
is High School of the Fan Service.
Okay,
Yes.
so I absolutely hate fan service. I love like a normal amount of fan service, but usually animes like this I hate. But for some reason, just because it's one of the few ones that involve actual like fucking zombie movie, I love it, and I wish
it was actually really well done.
I didn't know until I actually researched it last night. The only reason why it's not continued is because the writer died.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But man, that makes me extra sad because now I know that there's never gonna be another.
There's not gonna be more boobs avoiding bullets.
I'm okay with the boobs avoiding bullets because it was so fucking.
That's what I'm saying though.
good.
You'll never get more of that.
It was so good.
Just see him go between machine guns.
I literally binge watched that instead of Gurren Lagann one day because I was trying to get through Gurren Lagann for you because you kept talking about it and I had never fully seen. Oh yeah. Oh no, I tried for him too, but
it's
I
nerd love.
I tried to watch it again, and I couldn't get through it, and I was just going through Netflix, and High School of the Dead was there, and I was like, fuck it, why not? It's zombies, and it was just tits everywhere, and I was like, you know what, why not? It's so good.
So pretty much, like for the anime, it was
it's
pretty much like a
bunch
zombie.
it's a bunch of high
apocalypse.
school students who are traipsing through the city trying to find a safe place in the zombie apocalypse. At some point, they end up finding their parents, and then they separate from their parents again.
Because reasons.
And then they go back because of zombies, pretty much. And then they end up, I think they end up at like an elementary school or something, and then it kind of just ends from there, and then there's nothing else.
Don't they wash up like somewhere? I don't remember. Or that's probably the like the OVA for it.
Probably. Yeah.
No, but like the anime was actually really good.
I
Like the
recommend it.
animation, not the
Fan service.
Not for little kids, but
Very
not the
adult
fan
show.
service animation. I'm not talking about that, but the actual like animation for the zombies and the actual like
yeah, that was good.
The
Like-
gore.
the pace of it all was actually really well done.
They really followed a lot of the like zombie movie tropes
Yeah, and
that
it was
you would expect.
good.
I thought it was great.
Alright, Steve, what's your next choice?
So because we keep on like in this whole figure invitation, like we mentioned it twice already. The Gurren Lagann, absolutely loved it, and I have probably rewatched like 3 or 4 times, just because it's a very short anime.
It's
only
very short, yeah.
It's only 25 episodes, and it's one of the few like.
Fun fact: as we go through around the table, I keep recommending more animes. I'm like, my list is just keep getting longer on rotation.
Yeah, but like we're only doing like at least 5 each, cause like them like freaking we'll be here forever. But for like Gurren Lagann, it is another of the shonen animes that I absolutely would rewatch over and over again. That I actually retain over like the years of being like one of my favorites.
Just gotta write down what I've said so far.
With it's one of the only mech animes that are, because there are like mechs,
Yeah.
but like
I would
it's not like
consider
the more like like the more like popular ones like freaking Gundam, but it's like one that actually is more inspiring than others, and it's just a decent amount of the fan service, but a lot of freaking battles,
A lot of battles.
which are hyped as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's my big. I'm like, do you just need to take like my small brain and just throw a lot of flashes of like explosion and
He's like
whatnot,
a
and I'm
5-year-old.
very like entertained. I'm like, this is hyped as hell. You get him.
Well, in the theming of mecha anime, the Big O, or just Big
Okay.
O,
Octopus?
Japanese Batman.
Japanese Batman. Because
Really?
the whole story revolves around a guy named Roger Smith.
Wait, is it really called the Big O?
Yes.
It's
Oh.
big, well, it's Big O.
Okay.
So it revolves around, the story revolves around a guy named Roger Smith. He's a millionaire. He makes his job being a problem solver. You know, there's a problem. He's if you got a problem, he'll solve it. And he has a butler that looks like Alfred. Swear to God, but he has an eye patch. And
So
instead
a
of-
cooler.
yeah, no, because this Alfred not only just drives his cars and everything, but if they get into a jam where they get into a shootout, motherfucker just straight up pulls guns and starts shooting. He don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
I love it.
And then
That's
he has
dope.
a robot sidekick because in like the first 2 or 3 episodes, he's out to do a trade to get the child of a wealthy person,
Yeah.
and the people try to pass off a cyborg that looks exactly like the daughter. But it's not, and he picks up on it. He's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do with this cyborg now? And she's like, well, I have nowhere to go if I'm still sentient. Why don't I just fucking help you do your job? Well, I'm bulletproof. I can bust through buildings. Like, why not work? And he's like, okay, I can use another asset. And the reason the show's called The Big O is because he has a giant robot that transforms, like, it goes from like a train state. That's how it gets around underground.
Yeah.
And when he's like, I was like, Big O! He activates his watch, and he just bursts out of the ground. It's just a giant robot
It's a giant
with
robot.
giant pistons on his arm. And
It's hype.
the mech
Oh
fights
my
are
God.
so hype. They are so hype. It's so hype. You have no
That's so
idea.
hype.
And the whole thing, that's not even the deepest layer. There's a whole the whole city has a mystery. They don't know who they are. They all woke up with amnesia. They have no idea who they are from the past. Every single being in that all they did was wake up, and they're like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't remember what. So they continue their lives, but they just don't remember anything past a certain point. And because this show is older than most of the people watching or listening, it turns out that the reason is because Paradigm City, it was the center of a cataclysm, and the Big O and Roger Smith are actually like agents meant to reset everyone's memory and everything. So he's a remnant of the cataclysmic event. That's why the Big O exists. It is, the ending is. I need to rewatch it.
It sounds interesting with the whole.
It sounds very interesting.
And not only that, it has a classist society. So the rich lives in domes, and they live in excess. They're wealthy, and they live in domes, and everyone else has to scrap with whatever they have to survive with whatever scraps are left behind. And Roger Smith usually helps those people out the most. It is Japanese Batman, except with a giant robot and a cooler butler, and a sidekick that won't get beaten to death with a crowbar and come back.
That's the redhead.
I know.
Oh my god. You guys are awful. But yeah, no, like that actually sounds really dope.
It is so good. And here's the thing, like it gets deeper than that. There is so much.
That just like
you can only catch it on VRV right now though, so take it with you.
Verve. And this is sponsored by ourselves.
Yeah.
This is sponsored by ESTEBAN.
It's sponsored by ESTEBAN.
Yo. It's sponsored by my blood, sweat, and tears.
And all the above. Alright.
And other people's blood, sweat, and tears.
It's you now.
So this is one you've all probably seen. Samurai Champloo.
I seen part of it, but I probably didn't get past like episode 4. And like it's not because like I didn't want to. It's just like I didn't get like a chance to. Then like I dropped it and like I want to go watch it again. I want to go watch it, but I never did.
It's so good.
Is it one of those ones that was on Toonami growing up?
It was on. It was on.
It was on Toonami for a very short period of time.
It wasn't on Toonami.
Yes,
it was on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, it was Adult Swim.
Because it's a dark anime.
Yeah,
it's a
lot of people die in that.
It's good. It's just like the first few the first like 2-3 episodes just like wild.
It is insane. It's very dark.
So like explanation, like real quick.
So basically, it's about these two samurais. They're about to get executed. They get saved by this woman, and this woman, she's looking for a samurai who smells like sunflowers. So they decide to help her on her journey to find it, but they end up getting
just dying by the description. Like, I'm looking for a person. Okay, smells like sunflowers.
Oh my god, this is also set in like feudal era.
Oh yeah,
Japan.
no, I know.
It's feudal era Japan, yeah.
So,
but it's really cool. It follows the story of the two samurai rolling with her. But the coolest part about it is that one of them, his name is Mugen.
Yeah.
And he breakdances.
Yeah.
And he fights using his sword and the breakdancing.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah, like that's like the coolest part about it, because like he just like starts dancing, then the sword goes like onto his foot and just hits.
And then he kicks somebody, catches the sword. Yeah.
It gets pretty wild.
And the soundtrack. The soundtrack is
really, the soundtrack's really good.
Has a lot of hip hop influences.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Remember Afro Samurai?
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yes. It has a lot of those like same feels of like.
You have seen it before. Well, seen like what it is actually, Jen. But
it's good. Very.
It's actually good. I still need to go back to it though.
I binge watched this growing up.
Okay, there you go.
See,
yeah.
I've seen so much. It is good. I used to watch this all the time.
I was like the hype was like, I've seen this.
Because it sounds
I know an
familiar.
anime.
I've seen that one.
You know, Samurai Champloo was like the hottest thing on the earth for a while too.
Oh yeah.
I used to stay up to watch it.
It's like a lot of people know it, especially for that opening music.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember it now. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was really good.
It was good.
Jen, next.
Next.
Oh yeah, 2 more. Okay.
Okay. We'll just go with Psychopaths.
That's a good one.
That's a really
That
good
is
one.
a good one.
So good.
Wait. One you haven't seen. That's the one with all your free time watching anime. Que lo que?
The
I also play video
audacity.
games.
The audacity. You haven't seen this anime? Dude, it's so fucking good though.
No, this one's really
It's
good.
actually really good.
It's really good.
I know the theme for it. It's basically
Like,
all
it-
crime
like,
has been
it
wiped
got us-
out except for
No.
like
No,
No.
it's
or something like that, or you get a
it's-
pass.
No, no,
it's
no.
like a futuristic tech is pretty much everywhere. They scan you. They can scan you and know what your brain is thinking, and pretty much it's you got two different kinds of people, and you got people who can do crime and people who aren't
Yeah, like it's
able
something
to really do crime, and they like have everybody on a spectrum on whether or not they're going to be
criminals or not.
criminals
Yeah.
or not. And then you have the
So-
police who are going around trying to get the people who are already criminals and get the people who are possible criminals. And then you have people who have become criminals but will or are very close to becoming criminals who will go around and help the police officers and help them by doing anything that is crime related, like killing
So
somebody.
very Born Identity.
So the basic premise of Psychopaths is
Sort
that
of.
so basically in the world the police they have these guns, right?
Yo, the guns are dope as
They
hell.
can pretty much
Yeah.
just erase a
Yep.
human from existence. And it's basically you can't shoot the gun unless somebody has been marked by the system that they are like prone to do a crime
that they're like
or that they
intent
did a
is
crime.
bad.
That they have like bad intent. So
Yeah,
it
bad
follows this guy, a girl who just became part of the police force. She's young. She gets paired with a guy who used to be a police officer but committed a crime.
But like he went rogue for a
He
little
went
bit.
rogue,
Yeah.
committed a crime, and they work together as partners, catching essentially bad guys. It gets a lot deeper than that.
But like the
As to where like conspiracy theories about the government and
Yeah.
everything happen.
So yeah, Born Identity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really good.
it's really good.
It's really,
it-
really
Well, the
good.
it
Born
had me
movies.
fucked when I'm like, all right, cool, and then it's like the guy putting gun like, it's not working, huh?
It's not working, right?
It's not
So
working.
I don't have no intent.
It's like
but
no. See, like the whole thing's like it's flawed and it's so good because like, it's like like the guns like only work if you have like ill intent or like if it's like in
If
your
he
mind
already
bad.
has it,
But
you
if you
have
don't
it.
think it's bad, it's not gonna work, which is fucking great. I'm like that is sick.
They see being a criminal as like a disease.
Yeah.
So like they have a marker for that disease, and it's so
Okay.
good.
Then
You
it was
really
good.
gotta. There's so much
it gets
like
really deep.
it gets really deep into the government and like how like. the
I'm not
girl-
part of the
It's,
system.
it's seriously, it's so
What am I, a
good.
charity
There's a
case?
movie for it.
Yo, the main guy. Yo, like
I
the
love
main bad guy. I'm not part of your system.
Yeah,
So they're not-
the main bad guy basically is like he goes around like killing people and do whatever he wants. But when they aim the gun at him, nothing happens. So they can't use the gun against him because the
So,
gun,
like, they
the
can't
gun
do-
doesn't recognize him in the system like as like
A
bad
criminal.
intent, a criminal. But he is a criminal. Like he like kills people in front of them. He does a whole bunch of bad.
Because what he
things.
sees is not ill intent.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
he's crazy.
Which is great, cause like then like the whole time like they're like,
I can't explain it. Why can't I shoot him?
why can't I shoot him? Like,
Cause I ain't
And-
part
and
of your
you kind
system.
of-
cause I am part of your
Yeah.
system.
And
I
you
took
kinda
the gun
slowly
and I
find
threw
out-
it on
And
the
it
ground.
gets deep when like the gun starts activating on people it shouldn't activate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
it's
I'll
like kill him, shoot
It's
him.
so good.
I'll look into
You
that.
really need to.
And like there and like even like I think like like the gun will actually like shoot by itself too like at times,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
I didn't pull the trigger.
Like I didn't even do this.
Which is the government.
It's very good though.
It's
Okay,
so good.
so my third one was like Brotherhood,
Brotherhood.
but
It's
I
so
kinda
good.
I kind of have to that back to one that I just like finished. I think it's called Haikyuu, which is like the volleyball anime.
The volleyball one, yes.
It's
I haven't
good.
seen it, but I heard
It-
good things.
It's good.
Like the animation for itself, it's ridiculously good. Like
It has to be. The story is about volleyball.
you're playing.
And the friendship we make along the way.
No, it's actually
No,
there,
it's
no.
actually
There's
really
no friendship
good.
like
No
at all.
friendships.
Like they actually hate each other. Like the whole beginning is like the main character start off in middle school.
If this isn't about friendship, I don't want to know about it.
Hey, don't kill my pen.
Sorry.
Don't kill Jen's pen. Jeez.
No, that's a good pen.
It's paper made.
So they start off
That was a
in
good
high
pen.
in
Do
middle
it on the
school
ground.
where like the main dude like he's like in the middle school that nobody really wants to be in the volleyball team or like in a club since like
yeah, in
all
Japan
this
it's
club
clubs.
it's clubs so like alright, I just need like a team of 6. So he finally gets to go to like his first like freaking tourney. His squad is not really like real players because one's like from the soccer club, one's from the baseball club.
He just put people
like,
together.
He's like, I just need people of 6. I need someone to set for me because like apparently he's like 5'4".
So your height.
No, he's like he is freaking
Tiny.
5'4", and he can
Orange
jump.
spiky hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the fucking promos.
And like he can jump like higher than like a normal like freaking spiker.
It's called squats, man.
And like he has like an arm that like he just dunks it down.
You
So
know,
like
Michael Jordan trainers.
so like when he gets like to high school, he joins like the like their volleyball club, but the person he faced in his middle school, like they were like so mad at each other like from the tournament, then they end up going to the same high school, so now they have to work together, which he is actually the best setter like from middle school, but he was
and through their power
like,
of
no
love
one-
and volleyball, they will become
I'm like, but like
friends.
he doesn't like how like anyone else
Friendship!
plays, so like he tries to like
It's
beat the main
magic.
guy,
Mm-hmm.
It's
and
a lot better.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah. So then they gotta learn to
It's
work
not that
together.
bad.
No, like they had to work
Animations
towards,
do
and like they
not.
hate each other.
It's like
It's
like,
freaking
I
hilarious.
look,
I
you son of a
don't like
bitch, I
it.
want to win. We gotta work together.
That one's really
You
good.
don't gotta like me. You just gotta set it.
No, but the like animation for it, ridiculous.
Mhm.
Like the libero is my favorite character.
Oh.
He's a badass. He's
Mhm.
like 5'4" as well,
Mhm.
but he's insane. So haiku for me because we all talk about sports.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Go.
So I went through his list real quick. He already picked one, so I already erased it off my list because just in case. So that's why I was writing them down as I
Yeah.
went. I'm pretty sure none of y'all have watched this.
I'm
Except for
100% sure
you.
that I haven't.
It's not on your list, anyways. It's written Escriad, but it's pronounced Scrido.
Yes,
it
I've
was
seen
some-
that.
we
That's
talked
so
about it
good.
last
That's
week.
So
It was
good.
on his list.
We talked
It
about
was
it last
on his
week.
first list.
We talked about it last week.
It was on his first list.
It was on my first list.
Hey, fuck you, chicken strips.
Fuck your chicken strips. Yo, S-Cry is so damn
What are you
good.
trying to find one that no one's heard of?
No, I'm just trying to stay off your list.
That's a,
Oh, no, like,
it's
no,
not
like,
on-
it's
It's
not
not
on my
on the
list.
list.
Oh, okay.
It was on
It
his
was on my
first
list, but like
that's
he
what
had Brotherhood. I'm like,
that's what I thought you said.
I'm like, alright, haiku.
That's
It
why I
had to be-
slapped
it
through
had
his
to be
list
on
because
the
Had to be.
I had one on his list, so I thought I'll not mention it. I'll let him mention it.
S-Cry was so good though.
It's so hard to describe because you really can't describe
no
it.
idea.
It's
know
what
what it is.
It's like
very few people are able to summon like mech bodies
yeah, like
that's formed out of the like organic.
there was an
Material?
event that happened where like a huge chunk of like Japan was raised straight up into the air, and what happened was when that event happened, like certain people were affected by the energies of it and were able to like break down organic matter to more or matter as a whole around them
Matter, that's what it is.
into living like embodiments of like basically their will.
Yeah.
And like they basically like because it's like a lawless area because the police can't get up there. You can't really get anything done. Like people are more or less on their own, and the place is run by gangs and whoever has the power to summon their stands basically.
Yeah, pretty much like it.
And like the police force like only hires people who are able to summon their I forgot the name of it, their actual thing.
Hold
And
on. Go on.
it's like the story revolves around the main character. I forgot his name. He's just a red-haired dude, and what his ability is, it used to like it didn't manifest the way other people's did. What it does is basically break down his arm and recreate his arm, and he's just able to punch really, really hard. And people always laugh at him.
They're called altars.
They're
Altars, that's what it was.
and his altar is it manifests on his arm, and like as the story progresses, people always make fun of him. He's always getting into fights because his altar's on his arm, so he has to throw himself in danger's way.
Yeah.
But he always wins his fights.
Because of the first bullet. You don't want to
That
get him to the
first
third bullet.
No,
You want to get him to the final bullet.
And here's the
You
thing:
don't want that.
like by the time you get to the end of it, you realize that a person who has successfully mastered and understands their altar makes their altar one with them.
Yeah.
They become one with their altar, and that's what he was doing from the whole get-go. And he goes like on a soul-searching mission on one episode, and he meets like a pure altar that doesn't have a controller because it's fused. They're fused
Yeah.
together, and he learns basically that he needs to push his ability further beyond, and it's a huge fight against.
The ending fight was ridiculous.
But my favorite guy was the guy who his alter was basically being able to make a really fast sports car. And he works for the police. They're like, we don't have it in the budget to keep doing this because he keeps breaking down all the cars and remaking them for his alter. It's like, what the fuck?
This is great.
Like, we don't have the budget for this. We can't be breaking down so many cars.
It's great.
I've never heard of that one.
It is old.
You've never watched it around me, have you?
No, not around you, but it was back in like high school.
I watched it in MILF.
He made me watch it.
MILF.
And I'm like, alright, this is actually really
It's
cool.
pretty
Let me keep watching it.
I love my
That one's
action
good,
pack.
That one's
Sounds
really good.
That one is
It was in my
definitely
list
action-packed.
though.
Okay.
I'm like, you'll never heard of
That's a good one.
S-Cryed. We were just talking about it last week
I
here.
know, I mentioned
What are you
it,
talking
But I
about?
was like, I'm pretty sure you were going to have it on your list, but that's what
I
I
know.
misunderstood.
It was. I have it right here.
Oh, it's right there.
It's a cliff note. It's a cliff note.
That was his first list until he decided on that one.
Nice.
Alright, next.
I mean, this one's gonna come as no surprise. I'm sure the chat won't be surprised either. Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, not surprised.
That was originally on my list, but I
I
took it
never
off.
liked
That is
watching
one
it.
that I never got to watch growing up. When it first, in my defense, when it first came out, I had no TV.
Goes onto Facebook, removes Steve as a friend.
Unfriend, unfollow, unsub.
Unfriend.
It
I
is.
watched it if it was on, but
It's a definitive
It's so good.
classic.
It's so good.
It's a definitive
Like, it's one that, like, I
classic.
really want to watch, but everyone's overhypes it for me, where, like, I don't really want to get into it after that.
You honestly though,
Where,
a
like,
lot of people.
I do
are
want to get into it, though.
Like, for me, the music and like lighting design, like the scenery was beautiful enough. The story carries.
oh,
itself.
the, like, OP is ridiculous.
It's gorgeous.
It's so good. Like, that, like, I would hear that nonstop, and I know the OP because
Like, even the
I've heard that so
English
many times.
voice acting was so well done. They took so much care with that. From like everything, it's magnificent. There's not much that needs to be said about Cowboy Bebop. I was gonna say Outlaw Star.
Yeah.
'Cause
Also, Outlaw Star. Like
Also-
Outlaw Star, those are kind of similar, but
yeah,
like.
but we'll circle around that.
I mean, Cowboy Bebop. Obviously, it follows the
It's
main
a space
character.
drama.
He used to be. It's a space drama. Yes, it's
Yeah.
about space.
Space.
And basically, it follows the main character. He
Spike
used to
Spiegel.
be Spike, and he used to be a hitman for one of the syndicates. But then he was caught, and then he ends up becoming a bounty hunter for essentially the police. Pairs up with another guy, and he travels around the globe catching people
The globe and around space.
all
Around
around
space.
the globe, space, the universe,
Space Globe.
and so
Here at
it
Global
was,
Gym, we're better than you, and we know it.
It was cool because it was like a western, but it was like a space western.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a space western.
It's
so
definitely
good.
a space western. It had a lot of good
And that's
characters.
how you make it good. You put
Mhm.
everything in space.
Pretty
Ein,
much.
the corgi.
Yeah.
So at one point they stumble upon a corgi, but it's a genetically like
And
engineered
modified?
corgi, but it's like super intelligent.
Super
It's
intelligent.
like more. It's smarter than like a normal human, but it's a corgi.
Wow.
And they use the corgi with the girl who can hack, and they like hack together. It's funny.
Yeah, because they have like a interface. They can directly interface, like if like, and it's great.
It's great.
Do you think it's great?
It's great.
I think it's great.
It's great. It's
great.
great. The opening theme alone is
Mhm.
just.
That's great. You know, it's really good. Even though we never like heard of it before.
I will throw this book at you. Don't even get me started, because I will go deep in the memory banks of shit you have not watched.
Oh, there's been a lot of things like I haven't watched. I don't spend like a lot of time on like animes, but like when I find one good one, I stick to it to like I'm the like freaking Haiku. It's three seasons. I'm like, it's on Hulu. All right, start watching. Can't put it down. I have to watch it every other second just to make sure I finish it. Hey, how's it going, shiny girls?
Alright, Money Mew.
All right, buddy. We'll have a wonderful night, my dude. All right, then number 4. Wait, where are we? Yeah.
number
Oh,
four.
yeah. We're number 4.
I don't know if you guys have ever. I don't know if it was an anime, but I read it as a manga, and it's called Doubt, or Rabbit Doubt.
Sounds familiar.
Never heard of that.
It's tickling my fancy somewhere.
And like I said,
I literally
pretty
feel
much-
my brain tickling on that one.
Pretty much everything after Fruits Basket is gory and violent, and that's all I watch.
It's probably that.
It
There
is-
is an
Give me
anime.
the synopsis.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
secret
I
perfection,
only
that's-
read it. I've never watched it. It's so
What's
fucking
called
good.
Doubt?
So pretty much
That?
it's like, yeah, it's called Rabbit Doubt or like Doubt, and
That sounds familiar.
I've never heard
It's pretty
this.
much like 5 friends. It's based on...
2 dudes sitting on a hot
A cell phone
tub
game.
5 feet apart because they're not gay.
It's based on a cell phone game where you have to figure out who... It's pretty much who's the murderer kind of thing.
So Clue.
Kind of, yeah. It's pretty much like a Japanese version of Clue, because these 5 friends wake up in an insane asylum.
In an asylum.
And they have to pretty much figure out who the killer is and why. And everyone just kind of slowly dies a whole bunch of different ways. And it's pretty much they're the rabbits and he's the wolf. And they have to figure out who the wolf is. And all throughout them trying to either hide or run or figure out who's the killer, they're kind of figuring out like their stories of why they were chosen and what they did wrong to be chosen. So it's pretty much Clue, but so much gorier.
Cool.
I loved reading it, and I read that in high school.
I never
and
actually got to
remembered it.
hear about that before.
That
was a good one.
Like I said,
It's tickling me because
I
I did go through a
dived
gore
deep.
phase, and I remember
Tickle,
one of my
tickle.
gore phase
Tickle, tickle.
was Elfin Lied, and that one was
I
also
never-
extremely
That one's
bloody. and
extremely dark.
No,
That sounds so familiar.
I told you, I used to sit on one manga all night long and just read random shit. And that was just something that I was like, oh, let's see, it said psychological thriller, it'll probably be interesting. And I
gotta watch. I
He's
gotta
like,
rewatch.
I'm a
it.
psycho. Let's read
Oh,
it.
it's so good.
I gotta get to back to
I
that.
binge
really funny,
watch
it's like,
horror movies to make me feel
oh, this
better.
girl's
So, I
harmless.
mean,
No, she's
I'm
not.
like, you do
harmless.
what you gotta do.
She's
I-
just a crazy serial killer.
I definitely recommend that one. That one's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. I don't remember, to me the drawing seemed really good too. But
The art.
So for my next one, it's
Final
one that
the last.
no,
No.
the fourth
Oh
one.
yeah, fourth.
I get the last.
Skipping me,
one, so.
Yeah.
jeez. Already going to the end.
You're done.
I'm done.
What? She likes to finish
I'm done.
quick.
All right,
You're quick.
ending.
Yo, wrap that up, B.
Apparently, like this one, like had like the anime stop like only like I think 25 episodes. But the manga kept going, like gone, where it's like now it makes no sense. Like Air Gear.
I heard about it.
It's still
Oh,
going?
so good.
Like the manga, like when we were like in high school,
Wow.
kept going.
What was that
and
about
going.
again? Because
Rollerblade.
It's about
Well,
like super rollerblades.
Super rollerblades in the
Extreme
sky.
rollerblading.
Yeah.
put everything in space.
It's pretty much a turf war like anime where, like
So West Side Story
They
on
make-
air rollerblades.
pretty much.
Yes.
Because
Mhm.
when
But
you're a
with
jet,
air
you're a jet all the
rollerblades
way from the first
and-
stick you smoke to the first jet you slay.
Like the main character, horrible. That's not horrible.
Which West Side Story is just Romeo and Juliet set in the Bronx.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except more boring.
A lot more boring.
So much more boring.
but
They're all boring.
But like like the main character, he wants to learn how to, what are they called? Like the rollerblades itself. I don't know the proper name
I'm pretty
for
sure
it.
they're called Air Gear.
Is it just called like
I'm pretty
Gear?
sure, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Self-named anime slash.
But like he
Roll
slowly
credits.
like starts to learn, but then he takes like the since like it's a turf war, like they have to pretty much like do like either like races or like do more than half the time like it's a race, but like they're like other to do like
Air treks.
air treks. Either they have to race or they have to do like different
So
like
Fast and
objectives.
the Furious meets a West Side Story.
Meets I got really cool kicks. So he learns how to do that, but then he takes like the sticker that's not his. It's from his roommates that they're like apparently like the best.
Oh, the girl. Yeah, because he lives up with the 4 girls.
Yeah,
and the 4
yeah.
girls happen to be like the best
like
skaters
the best
ever.
skaters in that area where like they're I think it's called the Sleepy Hollow.
She was a skater girl. He wasn't
and
a skater
and
boy.
then he stole that and then he
Said
slapped it like on
Said,
top of
"See
it
you
like
later, boy."
like on top of like another one like as a challenge because like that's what it means. Actually, the way he did it, he had he put like his sticker on the pink hair girl,
Mhm.
but it was on her butt because like that was where like the other one was.
Yep.
all by accident. It was like, oh, now that's a challenge. He's like, what? He's like, oh, I have to race you now? I just got these. You fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
Like, you're part of that crew?
Sleeping Forest.
Yeah, the Sleeping Forest.
Yeah.
But then he made his own team. Come back when I miss Air Gear. But then he creates like his own team, and then like the very the ending of it was kind of
so
it was good, but it was kind of like a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger. And then it's like I'm waiting for the next season. I'm like, oh, there's no other at all. There's no other like freaking season. It's really good. It's good like shonen anime as well. Clearly, which is my favorite.
That's like the moment he does the race, and then his sisters come in, because they're not actually his sisters, right?
Like the ending
They're
or like in the
adopted
beginning.
No, in the beginning. Remember, they come in, they save him.
Yeah, they save him. Was like, go fly.
Storm Riders.
Yeah. He's just like, go.
Ride of the Valkyries.
We believe you.
It's like he sucks, and he's like trying to challenge like one of the best groups there, and then his sisters happen to be like the most beast AT riders out there.
Freaking like, there's one that's like 22. There's one that's freaking 16. And like the girl like it's only 10.
And she's like, you suck.
And she's like,
she's like,
you suck. What are you doing? Get out of here. No, but like that's like a really good one though.
That's a great one. I like that one.
That's the one. Last one.
So much pressure.
Last out of your 20.
How about we skip me and leave me for last? Because I need to make sure I don't accidentally hit a list on yours.
You're not going to hit mine, for sure.
I know yours. I already read your list, but I haven't read their 2 lists, so I'll gladly step away.
No. I'm going to erase one. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's on there. Oh, that's it? That's the only one that we shared?
No, yeah. That was the last one.
Oh, okay. Then.
Go ahead. Okay, so this one's called Mirai Nikki. I don't know if you've seen it. Maybe you've seen it.
I think you
told me. In English, it's called Future Diary.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Because there's a live action of it now.
So it's basically it's about a young kid. He's like 14, I think, in the anime. He's 14. Basically, what happens is the god of time and space comes down and gives 12 people basically a cell phone that has a diary that can predict the future. And basically, they all have to battle until one of them is alive.
So
Highlander.
So freaking set spell.
It's definitely
it's like they have to kill each other. You don't have to kill anybody in Satchville.
Okay,
You have to kill them in
I've
Satchville.
never heard of this, but
I've never
So
heard
basically, it follows the kid, and he happens to be one of those people. And the god of time and space says, everybody here has to battle it out until there's one of you left, and that one person will be my heir. So here are the diaries, future diaries, and basically becomes a battle. Since the diaries predict the future, every time you do something that changes it, the diary changes. So then it'll tell you like, oh, blah blah blah, you're gonna die, 3:30, shot in the face. So then you got to do something about it in order to make the diary change. But everybody has a diary, so it's like people trying to outwit each other by doing something to change the diary.
They're playing really 4D chess.
Mm-hmm.
And they only believe in 1D.
This D. I can't read cursive upside down.
it's cursive
And print.
That's mostly cursive.
Wait, so what's it called again?
I'm the one
Future
upside.
diary.
I'm upside. Oh, you were just writing it down.
Yeah, I was writing it down.
Yeah, it's on my watch list on Crunchyroll. There's a live action.
That's actually sounds really good though.
Yeah.
Alright, Jen. Last one.
Soul Eater.
Degenerate Soul Eater.
Soul
So
Eater.
good.
So
It's
good.
so good.
Soul Eater not is horrible.
That was
Saying it
one
right
of
now.
the.
Well, it's
I
not Soul Eater.
binge
So.
watched
True.
that. I was sad that day because the cat was getting fixed that day, so I literally just laid in bed and binge watched it for hours. It was so good. It was so good. I finished watching it by myself, and I never watch anime by myself, and then restarted it right after for him to watch.
It's so good.
It's
so
really good.
And then I keep just restarting.
And it's pretty
it.
short too. Yeah, it's like what, 2 seasons?
25 episodes.
25 episodes, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25,
25 volumes, 51 episodes. And it's not really like seasons, it's more along the lines of like, what is it, like volumes or something?
No,
It's like,
it's still like 2 seasons because it's the second arc I think is when they go like after the Kishin.
and it's pretty much it's
because I think the first arc is the witch.
It's 2 different types of people, and it's people who are like weapon handlers, or
Meisters, Jinx.
Yeah, weapon meisters, and then
They're living weapons.
and then they're living weapons, which
Which is dope as
they're
hell to
like
be.
humans that can transform into the weapon, and some people can dual wield, and some people have
Tri-wield.
like a scythe.
Some
or
people
a
can
gun,
wield all of them
or-
because they can harmonize so well.
Yeah, and you have to like be able to harmonize with your weapon. You have to be able to get 99
Regulation
evil.
souls.
One witch soul and
you have to
99
get 99 evil
Kishin eggs.
human souls.
Kishin eggs.
Evil human souls.
Like Kishin eggs.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's no one knows what Kishin is if they're
No.
listening.
Well, they should. It's Kishin
And
X.
then- and
It's
then-
Kishin X.
And then one witch soul, and then it's pretty much following 3 kids as they try to get all the souls they need, and then
And go to
get their
school as
witch
well.
soul.
Well,
to school.
technically,
Try to prove that they're worthy, and deal with the school kind of being attacked and their area that they live in being attacked by a Kishin. The ending is epic. The whole thing is epic. Even like the filler ones.
I felt like the ending left a few questions unanswered.
I liked it.
It was
that
it was a
left
cute way
it
to end it.
open.
For what, like, how
Cute,
overpowered
but
it
not
was.
conclusive.
It was cute how they ended it.
Cute, but not conclusive.
Yeah,
And this, for me, was very, like, satisfying.
Cute,
I liked it.
but not conclusive.
It was concluded that they beat the main character, like, the main villain. That's pretty much all you need to know.
No.
Yeah.
It's called world building.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's called 25
It's so good.
episodes.
And
It's
those are my top.
called-
That's true.
So,
Now your last one.
now my last one, Hitman Reborn.
That's a scratch it
Yeah.
off my list.
Like, sorry, it's Escryan. No, it's
Katekyo, Hitman Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. It's
I'm in a very aggressive mood.
actually,
Sorry.
yeah, clearly.
I don't know.
But it was like another like shonen anime that is literally a super wimpy kid, which actually is like what, like the first freaking Deku, pretty much.
Or the first
Yeah,
decade.
he's like the first.
The first
yeah.
Deku is literally like, oh, by the way, you're the
like,
you're
you're
gonna be
an
the
heir-
next you're
you're-
the heir to be the mob boss.
It's like, what?
Who would?
Me?
Who
It's like,
would?
yeah,
No good Suna.
like you.
So the story follows, as earlier stated, a character named Suna. But he's also known as No Good Suna because he's just no good at anything.
Well, because he still hasn't like
He sucks at everything.
he hasn't
sucks at everything.
he hasn't come out like
No.
his own. He's what I think that's
He's
still
not
like in
coming
middle
out of his
school.
cage doing just fine.
No, he's clearly like a 15-year-old, I believe it was, or 14-year-old. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
still like
just-
in middle school, so
he's
he's
just-
still trying to find himself. Jeez, you have to be so rude to him. He's
The
not.
girl he's in love with is like an A student.
So we all have big dreams. We all can't reach them. It's okay.
Some of us grew up to be 5'8" and 3/4.
Well,
So close.
so close yet so far. No, but he's told he's in training to be like next
Mob boss.
like mob boss for his like family, and the fact that he cannot really reach any real like potential.
Because he sucks at
Um,
everything.
He gets shot like with pretty much like the will to live, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. And then like the first few times it was like, my will to live, I'm now in my underwear.
Oh, so good.
But I can do anything.
yeah, it's the dying will bullet.
Yeah, that was literally like he has like super strength, super
So,
everything.
If he
super
has any
speed.
regret, his dying will, he gets to relive it. But if he gets to carry it out, but if he doesn't, he actually dies.
Yeah.
But he always gets to because. It's
But then like he actually gets
like,
like
I will ask this girl out. I will pass this test. I will do these chores. It's always little things.
then like going throughout like the whole like anime, he starts to meet like
his family members.
like different people that wants to be part of his family, not like his family members.
They become family.
Well, they become family, but they're not actually like his
The
family
Cloud
member.
Guardian, Storm
But
Guardian,
they each
Rain Guardian,
like
Sun
different
Guardian,
part of the
Mist Guardian.
like different like mobs go like after him, like, oh, so you're gonna be like the next boss. I'm gonna stop you. It's like,
Oh, not really.
No,
it was more
'cause I have
Zangzus.
my guardians. I have like my peeps. I have like my
My
homies
family.
now. I got my homies.
Like at first,
They got my back.
At first, it
We
was
good.
Zanzus trying to like you don't deserve this birthright. It's my birthright. It's mine.
Well, he was born into it as what likewise
Zanzus
like his,
was adopted. He wasn't a Vongol.
okay, that's what it was. Cause like
and
like
because
I
when he learned
wanted
that
it, But
felt betrayed and lied, and he's like, no, I deserve this. I deserve it. It's mine. He went full Loki, except didn't turn out to be evil and actually becomes a good, reliable
he
member.
becomes good. Especially like the shark one.
Yeah, because Squallow.
Squallow is beast.
Yeah, I love
He's
Squallow.
like, oh, I'm gonna get you, like the Guardian like of the Rain. It's like, I just want to play baseball.
Oh,
Freaking Yamamoto, I think it was.
yeah, Yamamoto.
It was like, bro, I don't know what's going on, but I get to play baseball. But look, his bat, shoot, it's a sword now. It's like, this is great. He has no clue. And
Gokudera is such a try hard at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But he becomes such a badass during the future arc.
Wait, who?
Gokudera.
He's still a tryhard. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
but
but
he got a cat. No, lion. He got
It's a cheetah.
Is it a cheetah?
He gets a cheetah.
Oh no. Suna gets the lion.
Yamamoto had a Shiba and birds.
Bird, yeah, he gets both.
Lambo had ox.
Ox.
Lambo, he's so cute. I hate him as well.
No, I freaking love Lambo.
Ryohei gets a kangaroo.
And the dude's just like, I know you like my little sister. I don't know about that. Don't worry. I know nothing about that. I just want a box. I'm good.
Oh yeah, the fact that he's always lying to his sister about like the when they were doing the family trials.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it was a boxing incident. I fell. I ran too hard into a wall. It's like, yo, you're making up excuses.
So like that whole like anime, it does lull a lot.
Oh,
where it
yeah.
has a lot of freaking fillers.
But
it gets there.
It fits into the story. It's not like, hey, we're gonna, and suddenly next episode we're drinking tea on a mountain. It's like, all right, we have to do this, but then they get sidetracked.
Yeah.
So, hey, a quick side quest.
Like Naruto.
Well, no, it'd be like, we're gonna kill you, Orochimaru. Ah! In the next episode, we're on a mountain drinking tea, talking about turtles. Like it was a complete disconnect. But they paced themselves enough. Like, all right, if we do have to do a filler episode, we can just divert the story a little bit, but it still fits thematically. Because there's still,
and even like when he had to do like more training, like
like
get to see
like in the
training.
future arc when they caught up, instead of like doing some random filler fight, they're like, oh, well, for you guys to unlock your Vongala boxes and your Vongala weapons, you have to go into the past because the Arca Belano don't exist anymore. You have to get their seals in the past. So that was all filler.
Yeah.
But it was good filler because it fit in. Like, I had to go back and reread to make sure I didn't miss something.
Yeah.
That's how good it got me. I'm like, oh, shit, fuck.
No, see, like that, like whole anime, it took me a while, and it's long as hell, but it was what, like, over 200 episodes?
Oh, it was so many.
That was the only one that's, like, that long that I've actually stuck to.
When I finished the manga, I was so sad because I'm like, it's over. It's really over.
It's over now.
There's, like, so much time invested.
I cried a little at the end.
Like of the anime?
Yes.
Of the anime, yeah, totally.
No, the manga.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like for like
there's
like
so much more that happens.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't read clearly. All right, that's the one.
Okay,
Last.
no, wait.
All right.
So I was looking up the characters to figure out who it was that I cosplayed as when we were forced to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you were.
Somebody had put Basil as a character with a picture of Basil.
I love Basil though. He's so innocent.
No, they put a literal picture of the
because
herb.
he is literal Basil. He can do no wrong.
No, seriously.
He can do no wrong. Basil's so cute. I love him.
Basil.
Basil's the cutest character aside from like Lambo.
That's what he cosplayed as.
Alright, I'm actually gonna just name 3 because I couldn't choose on any.
Oh, I forgot about Chrome.
Rapid fire.
Alright, go ahead.
She was good. Don't be mean to her. I'm gonna shoot off a classic Yu Yu Hakusho because that's a classic.
I never actually watched it.
Spirit Detectives.
Never heard of it.
I'm good.
Trigun, which is a space western.
It's
Vast Stampede.
It's always there for me to watch, but I never hit play.
Ah.
No, I tried it.
And it's so upsetting because like it looks like it's gonna be good, but like another western, like do I really want to watch this?
It's so weird, but so good. The end, like the ending is like basically the whole reason he had to go through what he did is because him and his brother are genetically created creatures that are like based off plants, but they're so highly evolved, like they have ridiculous lifespans, and Vash chose to side with humanity because he's like, look, they're gentle creatures. We and his brother's like we're gods to these people. We can do whatever the hell we want. and he goes on a killing spree. So Vash steals his gun because the thing about their guns is that they're actually parts of them that turn into giant armed cannons that can easily wipe out planets.
Holy crap.
And at the end, they get their weapons back. And he meets up with his brother because he has to finally end it because enough's enough. And his brother's like, oh, I see you've modified your cannon so it can zero out mine so nothing happens. Well, regular gunfight then. And it's ridiculous. Like, it is so good. And then Outlaw Star.
Best opening music, free.
Yeah. Outlaw Star.
That's where I heard that from. Okay. Okay, I have heard that before.
It's so good. It's another space drama. I love space and mecha.
I told one of Cavi that if he did that at Anime Boston for karaoke and he could kill it, that he would win automatically.
Yeah, no, that song is
like if you can
fucking
hit
banger.
that song, you kill it.
And last but not least, you don't like it, I know, but Tiger and Bunny.
I never got to watch it, so I don't know where it's
I love it.
It's on. He has it on the,
It's on Hulu.
the list on what
Yeah,
to watch.
it's not the same. If anything, I have to order the Blu-ray and get it to you guys because a big part of it, like the intro, is a little off because in the original one that I caught off streaming websites, basically it's like My Hero Academia, but before that, like they're not like, you know, oh, this is the agency that you're hired. It's like they're sponsored by companies like Pepsi.
Oh yeah,
Bandai.
Yep.
So that's
I've
how
never seen it back then where they had like all the actual name
the
brands on
Bandai,
there.
yeah, like you had a Bandai, Pepsi, and like a handful of other actual real companies. Toei Animation was on there, and it was like this is how you're given money to be a hero, and like because it's basically a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still actually save people, but you're based on how many people you save, what's dangers you face, and other stuff like that, and that brings in the network ratings. And, you know, the ratings mean money. So more companies that you're shown on your logo, the more you're paid. So you have like, let's say you have Pepsi across your forearm. If you make sure when you swing to punch, Pepsi is shown. It's like, oh, Pepsi, the knockout punch. It's like free advertising. And it gets
like that.
Like, and like my favorite thing in the tiny little subplot that came to existence with there was a young hero. She's like high school age, obviously.
Yeah.
And like she falls in love with our main character, who's a divorced single parent. And at the end of the show, she's reading a book, 101 Ways to Seduce a Single Dad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love this so much.
That's
and
awful.
He is so oblivious to her, her thing. Like, he just treats her like a daughter. He has no idea. He is so oblivious. It's not a harem anime at all.
Wow.
And there's a gay black guy in a Japanese animation. It's like the craziest thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and not only that, he's a successful gay black guy. Like his sponsor is his own company. He's his own boss.
That's dope.
And he's so cool about it too. Like they even have a conversation. It's like, well, why don't you just go and do it? He's like, well, unlike you, I'm not my own boss. It's like, well, I still have to answer to the board. But yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, I love this show so much.
Wait, so since we're doing a quick little,
Tiger and Bunny walk so Hero Academia could run.
Like since we're doing like quick little like honorable like mentions, Hunter x Hunter.
Yes. Hated
really
the
good.
ending because
it's really good. See,
it's really good.
Every time I recommend that to somebody, they always hate it because they always complain about the Greed Island arc.
Oh, it's like the best part.
They complain about it because it's so campy and slow.
It's meant to be campy and slow.
Like,
it's supposed to be like a.
It's meant to be like RPG. It's supposed to take
slow.
that's
what it is. It's an RPG, yeah, but it's like literally like the training to get ready for what they need to do.
Yeah, because like right after Greed Island.
Shit hits the fan.
Shit hits the fan
Shit
hard.
hits the fan hard.
Like
remember he goes and then it's Kite and
like an elephant taking a dump from the Empire
stop.
State Building, hitting an industrial fan.
Then all of a sudden there's giant ants that eat other ants and make other crazy
and then
stuff.
Eats out like other people.
Yeah.
And it's
other people become superpowers.
Crazy.
They learn how to use them. They start eating people. Becomes a problem.
It just gets crazy.
I
After
hated the ending for that though. It's just so anticlimactic.
It's still going on, but the writer in the manga doesn't.
He takes so many hiatuses.
He just goes doesn't work on it for like 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation, guys. I'll be back.
He literally just. But here's the thing: it's the fact that he is able to do that and still retain the freaking star power. So like, hey, a new Hunter x Hunter's out. They're like, we need it now. It's like he holds so much star power on Hunter x Hunter
because it's a really good like franchise.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's really well done.
Made by the guy who made Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, who's the same?
The same
person.
Yeah.
Like any other other mentions.
Fairy Tail was good. I
Fairy
didn't make
I
it
enjoyed
past
Fairy
like
Tail.
the second
My
season,
only problem with Fairy Tail, a lot of fillers. A lot of
fillers.
Because they were
They're
trying.
not
that was the
good
Naruto
fillers.
effect that I had.
They were
It's
trying
like,
to push it to Big 3 status, so they were pushing it very heavily. So it kept catching up, and they're like, "Hey, you gotta stop. You keep catching up. We can't keep making filler for this."
No.
And they were trying to push it to Big 3.
I thought it was great, and then there was just so many fillers. It had ended on Netflix.
I read the manga. I
had.
caught up pretty quickly.
Hulu has all of the newer stuff for it. I don't want to have to rewatch it to
It's
catch
just
up.
it was good for what it was. It's just a lot of fillers made it feel so stretched out.
Yeah,
It's just like
I completely agree on that.
like the fights were halfway decent.
Yeah.
Like they were good, but they were not great. And not as hype. Another Big 3, like like DBZ. So great.
No.
So great.
Super was really good.
Super was really good.
Made certain things canon, like Gogeta.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's up there. They can't see it entirely.
Unless,
They
But,
can't
like-
see it. We'll point the camera.
I do have something to say that there's one manga that I wish they made it to an anime, and I don't understand why they didn't.
Which one?
And it's called Ubel Blatt.
Oubliette?
Yeah, Ubel Blatt. Basically, what it is, it's about this guy whose name was Asheret, right? So basically, what happens is this nation called Wistek. They have all this crazy dark magic and they come to basically destroy the continent that the people are on. This guy Asheret is young. He's 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And he he's called the Blatt Master, which is he's the Blade Master. He's perfected how to use any sword.
Yeah.
So they send him and they send 13 other people with these magically enchanted lances to go fight them. So basically, what happens is when they go, they lose 3 people on the way. They get there, they make camp, and then 7 people chicken out. So then the other 4 people go by themselves into the forest to go defeat the Wistek.
Yeah.
And they do it. They beat them. They destroy everybody. They come back with victories. But the 7 people who are there betray him, and they kill him. And they just jump on him to kill him. They attack him. They stab the main character in the eye, and they cut him up. But he falls off the side of the cliff. And when he falls off the side of the cliff, there's a fairy there, and he eats the fairy. And the fairy blood mixes with his blood, and he becomes half human, half fairy. And he basically vows revenge, on the 7 people who did him wrong when he saved everybody. They chickened out and said we're going home, and they killed him and his friends. And then afterwards they came back to the kingdom, and they were lauded as heroes. So then they got a bunch of land. They became kings and nobles. And
Garbage people.
he didn't die. They thought he died, but he's also the Blattmeister, I think they call it. And
yeah.
So he's the Blade Master. He's the only one that exists. So, but then he becomes half fairy. So then he regenerates all of his body parts because he's half fairy, and he comes for revenge. And it's a story about him meeting people and going on his quest for vengeance.
That's what. That would have been a really good anime, actually. That would have been really good.
And he looks completely different.
I can see that in my mind too.
Oh, so the
what
weird
happened.
jail anime was Nanbaka.
Nanbaka.
N-A-N-B-A-K. But I've
really
also
good.
watched some pretty funny stuff. Haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto. So funny. Mr. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Terraformers.
That one I do want to watch so badly. I'm trying to find a way to watch that. Freaking Terraformers, it's
Didn't I give you guys my Crunchyroll account?
No.
I'll do it right now.
it's the
Blue
The
Exorcist.
Zoids that you
First one was
liked.
good. Kyoto
No,
Saga was.
the one for the Terraformers was the one that they put the cockroaches in Mars. Then they go see how it is, and they're humongous
And Jack.
and
They're
Jack.
depot jacked cockroaches.
And then I was like,
exactly what would
and it's
happen
like,
to us.
we're here to, and then they're just like, dead.
They are like
US would be like, I'm gonna send this monkey up to like Jupiter, and then it's just gonna become like King Kong.
No, there is one like slice of life that's really cute. How to keep a mummy.
How to keep a mummy?
How to keep a mummy. It's really cute because his dad's like an adventurer and it's always sending him like weird, creepy stuff that he finds on his journeys. And he sends him a giant sarcophagus. He's like, oh god, what's in here? So he gets a frying pan ready to just break whatever's in there. Just close it, send it back. And he opens it. He's like, oh, there's nothing here. I was like, I expected a weird mummy or something. There was a mummy. And it's about this big. And it is the cutest thing ever. I've cried for how cute it
I
is.
feel like I've heard of that.
Because in one episode, he's with his dog, and the dog's barking to get attention. So the little mummy gets on it's starts barking like, okay, mama. All right, come on, grandma.
That was the old.
Okay, so for that, I believe it does wrap out our like anime talk.
Thanks.
I don't know what's gonna be the next episode, but this has been our 10th like episode like so far. So we've been pretty like consistent with these.
A little hiccup here and there, but it happens.
Well,
Pretty
like
good with the
real life.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
We can only be a beneficiary for so many things.
But on that part, we're gonna be wrapping up for this like episode. I've been the Nerdy Steve.
I'm the Nerdy Sparrow.
And I'm D Poppy Flay.
And I'm Jen.
You weren't then.
Oh, you are.
I'm
This is
underscore I'm underscore
Grandma,
Jen.
cut it out.
I'm underscore Jen.
Underscore I'm it's one word underscore Jen.
You're so confusing.
We'll change it on the thingy later.
I'll
On
figure
that
it out.
end, we're gonna be wrapping up and have yourself a great day, guys. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay,
Love
thanks, bye.
yourselves. Bye.
Let me stop this.